Stuff. Stefan Levy there for us over at the Royal Botanic Gardens. Right, inspired by a group of homeless artists from Brazil who visited London last year. A new 2-month event celebrating the capital's own creativity will launch on the 5th of August. The One Festival of Homeless Arts will include film, poetry and artwork. Well, David Tovey has founded the festival, and Jacob Stevens is from the Diorama Art Studios near Warren Street, where the event is being held. Thank you very much for joining us this lunchtime. David, you've also drawn on your own personal experiences for this work which you've created. Just give us a little bit of the background to it.
Well, basically, obviously I'm ex-homeless myself, and went through a lot of struggles with trying to get my artwork hung in places. So last year I went to City Hall to speak to a load of Brazilian delegates and stuff there, and this guy was telling this story about how he went out with a flute into a park and started busking with a load of other homeless musicians, and I thought, wow, that sounds amazing. And since that day, he did that. 3 years later, it's now a massive festival out there, a music festival. And I thought, I wonder if we could do the same, but with artwork, and like drawing in on all the different parts of artwork, because there's so many amazing artists out there who just don't have a voice or the opportunity to do that. So originally, I spoke with Cafe Art to try and get this arranged, and it all fell through in the end. And then, for another project I do, I got to meet Jacob at the Diorama Art Studios, and thought, let's see if we can sort of like do something. But he will tell you more about that anyway.
Well, let's cross over to Jacob. Yeah, so this is now an actual reality. It's going to happen. It starts in a week on Friday. Tell us what we can expect from this festival.
Yeah, well, the One Festival of Homeless Arts is really a reflection of where Diorama is at the moment. As a charity, we've been going for 35 years now in the Camden area. So it's really a good point to reflect on what we've done over that time, and celebrate a new relationship and a new programme with an artist in residence. So David has had an amazing story, which I'm sure he could tell you about. But it's inspired by him, but also as an arts space and a charity, we really just wanted to do constructive stuff with the space that we have, and there's so little space in London that we feel privileged to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's so difficult for any artist to try and get their work out there. In terms of what we can expect from the work that you're going to showcase, just give us a sense of that, because I think it's, that's the key thing here, really, isn't it?
It is and it isn't. It's not necessarily about the work. It's about the people involved.
Right.
We're trying to create social inclusion for people who have been pushed away from society, and we want to even just hang some of their artwork, get them. We've got Choir with No Name coming in, Streetwise Opera, and different others, and it's giving them that confidence, showing to these guys that there is something great you're doing, so let's help you promote it, and it truly helps these guys. It helped me massively. It saved my life, artwork. So if it can save my life, it could do and going out and save another person's life. I truly believe that.
I think it's about art as a therapeutic tool, and the effect that art can have on helping you express yourself, rehabilitate yourself. We're quite friendly with the homeless people in the area where we work, and one of them is, I'm quite friendly with Charlie. He shared some poetry with me the other day, so there'll be films in the show. They'll have sort of one-on-one accounts of homeless people's stories, and giving them a chance to express themselves and read poetry.
Yeah, and vitally important that people are given, everybody's given that chance to show their creative side. In terms of you, David, in terms of having this as a reality now, finally getting this festival going, what does it mean?
Oh, it's massive, not just for me, but for everyone involved. And there has been a lot of people involved from the different charities and organisations. But to finally, actually, we're, nearly 10 days away from opening. It's fantastic. It's an achievement. A couple of years ago, I would never have thought that I'd be sat here, being able to talk about starting an art festival.
Yeah. What's your dream after all?
Yeah, exactly.
We should do a quick shout out to all the different groups that are involved.
Yeah, Homeless Diamonds.
Homeless Diamonds, which is a St Mungo's initiative. It's a magazine. Clothing the Homeless, it's a really cool group of people.
Cafe Art.
Absolutely. They take artwork and put it out actually in real cafes. It's been made by homeless people.
We've got Hopeful Traders coming in to sell some of their designs. New Horizons
Youth
Youth Centre.
They actually did a project designing ties for Jon Snow, and they might bring some work in. So it's a big kind of party, and
Choir
it's
with
very
no
inclusive.
name. There's even more, but you know, there's a lot
of course, I need to
involved.
mention we're having a film screening on the 15th of September, which is Motive Dust Films, and a very talented director called Rebecca Kenyon, who she's created a film about homelessness in America, and that's a really interesting kind of expression of social security, really, and the need for a home.
And at the end of September, I'm doing a collaboration with Choir with No Name, so I'll be painting live on stage to the homeless choir.
Yeah.
A lot going on. We are out of time, but David and Jacobs, thank you so much for joining us. If people want to find out more details, is there a website they can head to?
Yeah, they can go to our Facebook page, is probably better, which is One Festival of Homeless Arts, or One Festival NW1, and join us on Twitter, Diorama Arts.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in. Good to see you again, David.
Nice,
there we go.
you.
That's that One Festival of Homeless Arts, which